Hey guys, I got a really good question about contest prep. Someone asked me where I draw the line personally or with clients um, between results and health. Is there a point where um, I won't sacrifice health for results or vice versa? And I mean, it seems pretty obvious that there's obviously a point for everyone, and it may be more of a maybe more of a decision on the side of the client versus the coach. I say that because I think it's important for the client to be responsible also, but at the same time, obviously they hire a coach uh, for that reason partially, so the coach should have their best interests in mind. But this is a really, really hard question to answer simply because it's going to depend on, well, first off, it's probably going to depend on their goals. So if it's someone competing at a really high level, obviously the risks are already going to be higher just because you know they're pushing their bodies to a certain level. Supplementation might be a little more aggressive. Um, things of that nature, obvious things. So that's obviously a risk, and even then, it should still be a calculated risk. You should still be conscious of what's going on, and then at the local level, regional level, I get asked this a lot, I guess. What at what point do I draw the line? So certain people are at higher risks of negative effects during prep or getting that lean in general, and others do fine, and that's just totally a genetic component, and it also obviously has to depend on what you do to get there. You might yield the same result with vastly different plan. One could be pretty deleterious to health, and another one could be, perfectly fine. So, obviously considering that, but even with the best plan, there's a point where you're kind of treading the line, and no coach, I mean, no coach is going to know where exactly that line is. It's not like we can tell everything just through biofeedback. I mean, you can tell most things, but at the same time, if you want to get in that next level condition, you may be subjecting yourself to some risks. And when I say risks, I mean things like, the metabolic issues that can come about, just thyroid issues, hormone issues, things like that. There is no way to prevent all of those things. You can do everything right, uh, nutritionally, the best you can to maintain hormonal function, metabolic function. Obviously we expect some down regulation in prep anyhow. That's pretty normal, but it's really it's really a matter of how it bounces back after the prep. That's where that's where the importance really lies. So the thing is, there's really no way to ensure that it will bounce back. You know, I've worked with people that you can literally just bury them every nothing, and they're fine. Maybe if I looked at blood work or looked at kind of the metabolic biofeedback and stuff from their body at the end of a prep, it's not really great, but they bounce back fine. And another person, you would expect, hey, that's going to be the same issue because I only pushed this person really hard for 3 weeks, maybe. So, obviously there's not going to be any long-term damage, which isn't necessarily true. There's really no way to guarantee it, that you're going to be fine. I mean, and even people that don't look like they have any damage, I've worked with people, and this is no knock on me or no knock on them or anyone really. It's just I work with people that getting in really good contest shape and going through the prep. Calories never got crazy low, cardio never got really crazy. None of the biofeedback was super negative. I mean, it wasn't like they're eating, like 4 or 5 thousand calories in the show or anything, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary or really better than most people, and yet they never bounce back. Just didn't happen. Uh, Hormonally, things never bounce back. Metabolically, things never bounce back. Even though it wasn't that bad, they just kind of stayed the same. Things never came back. And you would think, well, how is that possible? I mean, it's just like I said, there's just no way to guarantee that you can avoid all the risks. So when someone asks me, where do I draw a line? I think you need to ask yourself um, a few things. I think you need to mainly just figure out what you want to accomplish by competing. Are you willing to take those risks to get into that kind of shape? Um, if you are, and you understand that there are risks, regardless of how you construct your plan, then it's fine. Go for it. Accept the risks. Be as intelligent as you can about it. But just realize that there could be a mess to clean up after you're done, regardless of what you do. Like I said, so if you accept those risks, then that's competing's probably for you at any level. And I think that it's important not to blame yourself or blame a coach necessarily if something like that happens. Now, if it's a blatant case of, uh, a blatant case of just a coach not really caring about health and just kind of pushing it, and at any cost, then yeah, that's not good. I definitely don't promote that kind of behavior, and I really don't think anyone would. So again, just my opinion. I think if you want to get in that kind of shape, you're going to have to accept the fact that you are putting yourself at risk, and that's just point blank. If you're okay with that, then go for it. But if you're not, then no coach is going to be able to save you, and no perfect plan is going to be able to save you. You just have to realize that you're putting yourself in harm's way. So I hope this is useful to you guys. I know I get this question, I won't say a lot, but often, just because there's people that really want to get in that next level type of condition, and they're worried, with good reason, obviously. So it's just one of those things. Are you ready to do it, or you know, are you worried about the risk? So hope this was helpful to you guys. I know I kind of rambled a little bit there, but I think you get the point. So guys, have a good day.